Welcome to Showbie, the heart of your paperless classroom. Thanks for signing up with a Showbie teacher account. This video will walk you through the basic steps of setting up your account and creating your first class and assignment. There are lots of tools to explore and learn, but we'll stick to the basics while you get started. If you're watching this video, you've already signed up for Showbie using your email and a password, or your Google account. Let's make sure you know where to go to sign in again. Showbie is cross-platform and available as an app for your iPad, iPhone, Chromebook, or Surface, or on the web for all your other devices. To sign in on the iPad, just open the app and tap the Sign In button at the bottom. To sign in on the web app, go to my.showbie.com and click Sign In. Your account is synced across both platforms, so you'll always see your material no matter where you log in. The first time you sign into Showbie, your account will be empty. Before we start filling it with material, let me show you around. The left-hand side of the screen shows the sidebar where you will navigate between classes, assignments, and other areas of Showbie when your account is filled out. At the top left of the sidebar, you'll see your name. Tap this to open your profile, where you will then see your picture and your school. From here, you can edit your information, change your notification settings, or change your password settings. At the top right of the sidebar, you'll see a wrench icon. This is your toolbox, and you can tap here to create new classes and assignments in Showbie, as well as see their settings. I'll talk about this more when we create our first class. At the bottom of the sidebar, you'll see tabs to navigate into other areas of Showbie. Your default tab is Classes, but you can also click to move into Groups or Students. The Groups tab will show all the Showbie groups that you create or join, and the Students tab will show all the students across all of your classes once you connect with them in Showbie. The last thing to notice is the little question mark icon in the bottom right corner. Click here to connect with Showbie support if you ever need our help. On the web app, you'll find a couple things have moved around. Your Classes, Students, and Groups tabs are at the top, and your profile has moved to the top right corner. The wrench is in the same spot, and other than the differences we just pointed out, the way you do things in the web app are nearly identical to how things are done with the iPad. Now that you know the basic layout of Showbie, let's use the wrench icon to create a class. Click the wrench icon and then click New Class. I'm going to create a class based on subject for my example. Let's call it Science 1. You'll notice that when you're creating your class, a code appears just below the name. This code is what your students will use to join your class when you're ready. Each class code is unique, and your students will only need to use it one time. There are other settings in here too, but we'll leave them for now, and you can always make changes later after your class is created. Classes are used to organize groups of students or subjects that you teach. We recommend arranging them by subject, grade level, or class period, depending on your own schedule. Once your class is created, click into it, and you can see that the page looks very similar to when you first signed in. The difference is that now you're sitting inside the folder that is your class, Science 1. Instead of your name at the top, you can see the class name. Classes in Showbie are divided into assignments, which are like a subfolder where you can distribute materials, and also where your students will upload files and turn in their work. It's up to you how you want to organize your assignments. You can create them in a traditional manner and provide one exercise for your students to complete and hand in by a set due date, or you can leave them open-ended with no due date and the intention that students will submit material regularly over the course of the term. We have also seen teachers create assignments as a place to store resources for their students or for themselves, or a place for students to collect reflections or have one-on-one conversations with their teachers. Now let's create our first assignment. Click on the same wrench icon you used to create your class and select New Assignment. Give your assignment a name and then click on the due date. You can set a date and time for the assignment to be due, or remove the due date if you don't want one. Then click Save. Again, there are more settings in here that you can use to expand the capabilities of your assignments, but they're not necessary to get started. You should be getting familiar with the layout and structure of Showbie now, so it will come as no surprise what the inside of an assignment looks like. Notice the assignment name at the top, the due date at the bottom, and the wrench icon, which you can open to access all the same settings you saw when we created the assignment. The main portion of the assignment folder right now, and the hub around which Showbie has designed assignments, is the Shared folder. This is where you will put instructions and resources for your students. Anything you add to a shared folder will automatically be distributed to all students in your class at once, saving you time and ensuring that each student will always have a copy of the work. To add something to the shared folder, either write a comment in the text box or click the plus icon to select a file to upload. You can take a picture using your device, pick one you've already taken, record yourself speaking instructions with the voice note, or select a document or other file to upload. Once material is in the shared folder, you'll see a little icon beside the folder in the sidebar to show how many items you've shared for this assignment. If you'd like to remove an item, just swipe right on the iPad or right-click on the web and click the trash can. Let's look at other ways to share material in Showbie. One of the most popular features in Showbie is voice notes. This tool lets you record yourself speaking instructions or feedback directly to your students, and students can also ask you questions or demonstrate their understanding verbally. Other options for sharing material in Showbie are to take pictures, record or post a video, share links, or share files from other apps like Book Creator or Explain Everything. The final component to setting up your class is to add your students. Remember the class code that appeared when you created your class? You'll need that now. In the class page, click on the wrench and then click Class Settings to find your class code again. When a class is empty, the class code will also be displayed for you in your Main Classes tab or inside an assignment within an empty class. Students can sign up for Showbie using a username and a password. They don't require email, or they can also use Google accounts. When students sign into Showbie for the first time, they will see a very similar blank screen to what you did. A box will appear where they will type in the class code you give them. They will then be automatically joined to your class and be able to see your assignments. We recommend writing your code on the board for the first few classes to make sure your students can find it easily. After students have joined your class, you will see them appear inside your assignments underneath the shared folder. Tapping on any student will take you to their personal assignment folder. Notice that by opening a student's assignment folder, you can see the material you added to the shared folder sitting there. This is their own personal copy of your instructions. Now let's see how this assignment looks for students when signing into Showbie. When inside an assignment, students will not be able to see each other and will only see the material in their own assignment folder. They can upload new material into this folder or add to material you have uploaded. Let's look at one way your students might add work to Showbie. If we open this picture, you can see lots of icons appear at the top. The icons in the center are Showbie's annotation tools. Both you and your students will be able to use these on any PDF or image file. On the web app, you can use the text box to type a comment or pinned text and voice notes to attach a comment bubble anywhere on the page. On the iPad app, you can use all those same annotations, plus a pen tool to write or draw. Once you've gotten comfortable adding classes, assignments, and students into Showbie, you'll see your account fill out and notice lots of other features. Many new icons will appear as work is distributed, completed, and collected. To point out a few, both classes and assignments will appear with blue bars and arrows when new material you haven't looked at has been added. Within a class, you'll be able to see how many students have submitted work with the paperclip icon and how many students you've given feedback to with the red circle icon. Inside assignments, you can see at a glance which students have submitted material, who has received a grade, and even if a student submitted work after the deadline. That covers all the basic tools you'll need to get started with Showbie. If you'd like to learn more about any of the features we talked about in this video, or any features we skipped, such as advanced settings for classes or assignments, check out our support website for guides and tips. Now you can see how quick and easy it is to get started with Showbie. Soon you'll be experiencing all the new ways your students can express their learning and see the impact that going paperless will have on your classroom. Showbie is easy enough for kindergarten, but powerful enough for students at any age.